Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 9 p.m. English News Edition. Here are the top stories. Medical sovereignty has stepped towards autonomy under the vision of the President, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Margele. The international news, a ceasefire agreement reached in Gaza. The details in this edition. Welcome to our newsroom, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned on the title, the Republic of Djibouti wrote an unforgettable new chapter in its history today. The Isla Grand Hotel, a symbol of elegance and hospitality, served as an auditorium for a solemn, historic, and emotional ceremony. The details with Aisha.
Today, the Republic of Djibouti made a memorable mark in its history. The Isla Grand Hotel, known for its elegance and hospitality, hosted a special ceremony, the graduation of 250 doctors from the Faculty of Medicine at the University of Djibouti. The event was held under the patronage of President Ismail Margele and was attended by the country's highest authorities. The president arrived with the First Lady, Khadra Mohammed Haid, who is also the president of UNFD. They were warmly welcomed by Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamal Mohammed and Minister of Higher Education and Research Dr. Nabil Mohammed Ahmed. The ceremony was full of energy, with applause, smiles, and a sense of pride. This was not just a graduation, it was a national celebration, a victory for the whole country. When the president entered the room, everyone stood and applauded, showing respect for his leadership. It was his vision that led to the creation of this Faculty of Medicine, marking a major step forward in education and public health in Djibouti. These 250 doctors are not just graduates, they represent Djibouti's bright future. Their training will help improve healthcare in the country and shows that Djibouti can now rely on its own resources to build a stronger and more independent future. They are helping to create a healthcare system that is more accessible, fair, and efficient, ready to tackle the health challenges in the region. The ceremony was more than just speeches and congratulations. It highlighted Djibouti's ability to invest in its people and became less dependent on others, especially in important areas like health. In a word, with many health challenges, Djibouti is showing it is ready to build a strong and sustainable healthcare system. This special day celebrates not only the success of 250 young doctors, but also a key moment in Djibouti's history. Under President Gele's leadership, Djibouti continues to make progress, showing determination and hope for its people.
mudnaanta sidaad u siisay maal iyo murug iyo aqoonba dadaal micno iyo mugweynle miisaanka sidaad u saartay wakaa u manafacaaday.
This solemn ceremony, held under the high patronage of Djibouti's number one, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Margele, began with spectacular with a series of artistic performances that captivated the audience, primarily composed of young students, graduates, and dignitaries present. Let's listen again, Aisha.
بها خافقي إلهي يا مولاي يا رازقي على الأمن والعيش والانتماء موطن عزي وحب النقي على الأمن والعيش والانتماء موطن عزي وحب النقي وعطيتنا قائد
The ceremony held under the high patronage of President Ismail Margele began with a spectacular show, a series of artistic performances captivated the audience, which included young students, graduates, and important guests. The artists performed in front of the President and the First Lady, who warmly applauded each performance, which took place in 3 local languages, showcasing Djibouti's cultural diversity. Traditional songs and dances mixed with modern rhythm were met with excitement from the crowd. This performance shared inspiring messages that filled everyone with pride and celebrated the hard work and success of the young graduates. The ceremony then became more emotional, with a video showing the careers of several specialist doctors who graduated from Djibouti's Faculty of Medicine. These doctors now work in some of the country's key hospitals, such as the Military Hospital, Police Hospital, the CNSS Hospital, as well as the LCB Hospital. Doctors took turns sharing their stories. They talk about their work in different medical fields and emphasize the value of the training they receive in Djibouti before continuing their specialization abroad. Thanks to this opportunity, they gained more skills and came back to Djibouti to help improve the health system. Doctors also shared their experience of university life, from defending their degrees in Djibouti to the opportunities that allowed them to study abroad. These stories show the high quality of training at the University of Djibouti and its important role in developing medical skills in the country. The video was one of the highlights of the ceremony, giving guests and students a chance to see the opportunities that medical training in Djibouti offers. It inspired the younger generation to pursue their dreams. Doctors' passion and pride showed how committed the new graduates are to improving Djibouti's healthcare system and using their skills to serve the people.
waxaan ka tirsanahay dhakhaatiirtii ka soo baxay kulliyadda caafimaadka ee Djibouti dufcaddii ugu horeysay.
Première promotion de la faculté de médecine de Djibouti.
Première promotion de la fac de médecine de Djibouti.
Deuxième promotion أماتو درسة
من الدفعة التاسعة في كلية الطب في جيبوتي.
Je fais partie de la première promotion.
Je suis de la 8e promotion de la faculté de médecine de Djibouti.
Lorsqu'on a obtenu le bac, à côté de mon nom, sur la liste, il y avait marqué EMD. Donc déjà pour comprendre EMD, pour les autres c'était facile, hein, faculté. Donc ils avaient directement l'université de Djibouti, mais nous c'était EMD. Donc on a quand même cherché pas mal. Hein.
EMD, c'est-à-dire l'école de médecine de Djibouti, par la création des décrets présidentiels en 2007, avec la collaboration entre le ministère de la Santé et le ministère de la Santé tunisienne, avec l'appui de l'OMS.
And now a specialist doctor shared his experience in various medical fields and emphasized the importance of the diploma he received in Djibouti before specializing abroad. He stressed that this solid academic and practical foundation gained at the Faculty of Medicine in Djibouti enabled him to stand out and perfect his specialty. Thanks to this opportunity and the President of the Republic, these graduates have enriched their practice, developed new skills, and committed to return to their country actively to strengthen Djibouti's healthcare system. Their return is not only an act of loyalty, but also a commitment to using the knowledge and expertise gained abroad to improve healthcare services and address the growing health needs of the population. Next, foreign students of Comoros took the floor and expressed her deep gratitude to the President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh. She thanked the President for his commitment not only to Djiboutian students but also to foreign students from various countries, including the Comoros. She emphasized that thanks to the President Ismail Omar Guelleh's vision and the country's policy of openness, many foreign students have had the opportunity to study in Djibouti under the high-quality conditions, thus strengthening ties between nations. And now the president of the University of Djibouti and the dean of the Faculty of Medicine highlighted that this event represents a significant milestones in the history of medical education in the country. It showcased the tremendous progress made by University of Djibouti, which has successfully trained a new generation of highly skilled and competent doctors. These graduates are now well equipped to confront the complex healthcare challenges that Djibouti faces. This achievement is not only a triumph for the university, but also for the nation, as it directly contributes to strengthening the healthcare system and ensuring that the country has the medical professional needed to improve the health and well-being. The president of the university expressed his gratitude to the president of the republic and the Ministry of the Superior Education. These graduates are now well equipped to confront the complex healthcare challenges that Djibouti faces. The president of the University of Djibouti, Mr. Jama, added that the university's commitment to excellence in education and its vital role in shaping the future of healthcare in Djibouti are more evident than ever. The Minister of Higher Education further highlighted the establishment of the Faculty of Medicine was not just a milestone in the country's educational landscape, but also a profound commitment to improving the healthcare sector. By creating this institution under the presidential decree, Djibouti has laid the groundwork for a sustainable healthcare system that is both resilient and self-reliant. This bold move, driven by the vision of the President of the Republic of Djibouti, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, ensures that the nation can produce its own medical professionals who are equipped with the necessary knowledge and skills to address the unique health challenges facing the country. The minister pointed out that the creation of the School of Medicine was a response to the growing demand for qualified healthcare personnel. For too long, Djibouti relied on foreign medical practitioners to meet the needs of its populations. And now the number one of Djibouti stated that those present were gathered to celebrate not only the personal achievement of each graduate, but also a collective victory. The President of the Republic, the head of state, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, delivered a deeply impactful speech during the ceremony, celebrating the graduation of 250 doctors trained in Djibouti. The event held today at the Isla Hotel in Djibouti. I urged the Minister of Higher Education and Research, along with his collaborators, to continue their tireless efforts, because we must always remember that human intellect is indeed the primary resource of a nation, that source of its strength and wealth. President Guelleh stated, placing emphasis on the indispensable value of intellectual resources in driving a nation's progress. His statement reflects his profound understanding of the power of education, knowledge, and expertise in creating a prosperous, self-sufficient society. The President's words set the tone for the day's ceremony, reinforcing the idea that investing in human capital is at the heart of Djibouti's national development strategy. Education, training, and research are vital needs for any nation aspiring to progress. This is the rationale behind the significant investment we dedicate to this priority sector. With these remarks, President Guelleh reaffirmed that the government's strong commitment to advancing education, training, and research as the pillar of Djibouti's long-term growth. He spoke of the transformative potential these investments have in shaping a better future for Djibouti and the role they play in securing the nation's independence and resilience in an ever-evolving world. Highlighting the broader context of the country's achievement, the President pointed out that today's ceremony coincided with the launch of Djibouti's second nano-satellite, further showcasing the nation's growing capabilities in the fields of technology and space exploration. Such achievement reassures us about the future of our country, President Guelleh remarked, noting that this advancement in technology alongside the success of the medical graduates reflect the broader vision of a forward-looking nation. Djibouti, he said, is determined to chart its own course, driven by innovation, expertise, and a relentless pursuit of progress. In his address, the president placed particular emphasis on the importance of having a highly qualified healthcare workforce. On that is fully capable of meeting the health needs of Djibouti's growing population. He noted that these 250 doctors who have been trained entirely in Djibouti will serve as a pillar for the development of our healthcare system. Their presence and expertise will be vital to strengthen Djibouti's healthcare infrastructure, ensuring better access to healthcare services for all citizens and ultimately advancing the country's goal of providing universal health coverage for every Djiboutian. These doctors are not just graduates, they are the future of our healthcare system, the president declared, recognizing their role not only as medical professionals but also a catalyst for change within the country's healthcare sector. President Ismail Omar Guelleh further emphasized that this new generation of doctors will play a key role in providing essential medical care to communities, ensuring that healthcare is not a privilege but a right accessible to all Djiboutians. The development of a well-trained, homegrown healthcare workforce will also eliminate the reliance on costly international medical treatment and foster economic savings for the nation and its families. The creation of a medical faculty in Djibouti, which enabled the training of these 250 doctors, is a major accomplishment that reflects the country's growing self-sufficiency in producing skilled professionals across various sectors. President Guelleh highlighted the role that partnerships with other countries such as Tunisia support in establishing the medical faculty played in the realization of this vision. With a strong and capable healthcare workforce in place, Djibouti is now in a better position to tackle emerging health challenges and build a robust, resilient healthcare system. Ismail Omar Guelleh concluded his speech by reinforcing the broader implication of this achievement of Djibouti. The success of these 250 graduates not only represent a personal milestone for the individuals involved, but also signals a national transformation. Through the establishment of a domestic medical faculty and the training of doctors entirely within the country, Djibouti is sending a clear message to the world. The country is ready to lead and innovate, relying on its own resources, talent, and vision to address the challenges of the future. With the leadership of President Guelleh, Djibouti continues to demonstrate its determination to achieve full autonomy in every sector, whether in education, healthcare, technology, or beyond. The ceremony marking the graduation of the first cohort of 250 of the first diplomas of first doctors of Djibouti, 250 in Djibouti, is not just a celebration of their success, but also a declaration of Djibouti's bright and independent future. The President Ismail Omar Guelleh, in his speech in local language, stated that today, and I quote, "Today we celebrate an exceptional harvest, the result of collective efforts and strategic investment. This success is not only ours, but above all, it is yours. We have sown the seeds of progress, and together we are reaping a promising abundance. We know that investing in human capital is the noblest of commitment, and the results we see today testify the correctness of this vision." Among the fundamental pillars of this approach, the Ministry of Higher Education stands as beacon lighting our path toward a more inclusive and equitable future. These departments embody our top priority: the development of human capital by strengthening education, improving health services, promoting skill acquisition, and expanding access to employment. We are laying the foundation for fairer and more resilient society. These advances are not the result of chance, but the outcome of carefully thought out policies, supported by rigorous studies and targeted investments. Our ambition is to meet the deep needs of our population, ensure its well-being, and prepare our nation for the unpredictable challenges of tomorrow. For on our continent, uncertainties are many, but our faith in the future remains unshaken. Today, we honor 250 new doctors who have just received their diplomas. To you, young doctors who issue a solemn call by the worthy representatives of this nation. Your duty does not stop at the healing bodies. It extends to listening to souls, preventing ailments, and responding to the profound needs of your fellow citizens. Always remember that behind every patient is a human being, just like you, bearing hopes and fragility. We aspire for you to embody the ideal of a doctor with a human face, or one who practices his art with compassion and dedication. May your hearts remain open, and may your hands always be extended towards those in need. This is the very essence of fulfilled citizen, a committed professional, and a builder of the nation. However, our ambition does not stop here. We do not want to celebrate only 250 doctors today. We want to see this number grow and multiply. We wish to train more specialists, strengthen synergy between the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Health, and thus realize our political vision of integrated and harmonious development. I would like to express my immense gratitude to the teachers and trainers who have passed on their knowledge and shaped these brilliant minds. Thanks to their dedication, these young people can now proudly say they are at the service of the nation. Dear graduates, you are the architects of our future. We entrust you with an exhilarating and demanding mission to uphold the values of solidarity, dedication, and excellence. Be the ambassadors of a nation that believes in its potential and its youth. May the Almighty Allah continue to guide our steps and inspire our actions so that together we can build a future worthy of our aspiration. I congratulate you once again and wish you a career filled with success in the service of our dear country. Long live the youth, long live the nation. After the speech, in a gesture filled with gratitude, the President of the Republic decorated Professor Sbidi Abdul Karim, a Tunisian, for his exceptional contribution to education and the development of young people. Professor Sbidi Abdul Karim, an iconic figure in the academic world, is much more than a scholar. He is a bearer of knowledge, a builder of hope, and above all, a guide for young people thirsty for knowledge and perspectives. In his speech, the President praised the man whose light transcended the boundaries of the classroom to touch hearts and minds. He reminded everyone that education is the foundation upon which the future of a nation is built, and that figures like Professor Sbidi Abdul Karim embody this conviction with rare nobility. Professor Abdul Karim carries both an intellectual and human journey, and a mentor's professor. His education initiative have allowed these young people to access quality education. And now, communique. The Republic of Djibouti welcomes the ceasefire agreement in the Gaza Strip and highly appreciate the tireless effort made by the brotherly state of Qatar, the sisterly Arab Republic of Egypt, and the United States of America, friendly countries, to achieve this agreement. Djibouti emphasized the need to fully respect the terms of the agreement, put an end to the aggression, destruction, and massacres and displacement imposed by the Israeli war machine for over a year. Djibouti calls for the complete withdrawal of occupying forces and the return of displaced persons to their respective regions. Furthermore, the Republic of Djibouti stressed the importance of building on this agreement to address the root causes of the conflict and achieve a comprehensive, just, and lasting peace that allows the Palestinian people to realize their legitimate aspiration for a decent life and the establishment of their independent state with East Jerusalem as its capital. This in accordance with the two-state solution principle, international law resolutions, and the Arab Peace Initiative. Qatar Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed ibn Abdulrahman Al Thani announced yesterday, Wednesday, the conclusion of ceasefire agreement between Israel and the Palestinian resistance movement Hamas. This agreement aims to end the devastating 15-month-long war in Gaza and pave the way for the return of dozens of Israeli hostages to their homes. The Qatari Prime Minister stated that the agreement will take effect next Sunday, as he made the announcement in the Qatari capital Doha, where intense negotiations took place for several weeks. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani emphasized the necessity for both parties to fully adhere to 3 phases of agreement in order to spare civilians' lives, avoid the regional consequences of this conflict, and pave the way for a just and lasting peace. It is important to note that the first phase of the agreement, lasting 42 days, includes a ceasefire with withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza Strip, to the return of displaced people to their homes, and facilitation of the evacuation of the sick and injured for medical care. In Djibouti, the Ministry of Communication in charge of Post and Telecommunication in collaboration with the ANC organized a workshop to present the result of a study on the bandwidth needs of buildings for the Djiboutian government. This study was conducted to assess the current and future bandwidth needs to meet the growing demands of public services in an increasingly digital environment. The workshop co-chaired by the Minister of Communication, His Excellency Mr. Radwan Abdullahi Bahdon, and the Secretary General of the Government, Mr. Almis Mohammed Abdullahi. The workshop brought together the Director, the General Manager of the Post, Mr. Hanan Ali, senior officials from the Ministry of Communication, representatives from various concerned ministries and institutions, as well as technology experts. The purpose of the workshop was to present the detailed findings of the study on the technological infrastructure of administrative building and to assess the bandwidth needs to support the digital transformation of public services. The workshop also provided an opportunity to discuss the next steps for implementing the recommendation of this study and the planning of necessary infrastructure upgrades to ensure optimal functioning of public services. The Ministry of Communication in charge of Post and Telecommunication highlighted that the government of Djibouti through this project is reaffirming its strong commitment to enhancing access to technology and connectivity for all citizens. This initiative is especially important in the context of modernization of public administration, which is a key priority for the government. By improving technological infrastructure, the government aims to make public services more efficient, accessible, and transparent. The Minister of Energy in charge of natural resources, His Excellency Mr. Yunus Ali Gedi, led a significant delegation to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia from January 14 to 16, 2025 to participate in the 40th edition of the Future Mineral Forum held under the theme Towards a General Agreement on Minerals, organized by the Saudi Ministry of Industry and Mineral Resources under the patronage of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud. This key event brought together over 20,000 participants from around the world, including Minister of Mining, political and economic leaders, representatives of international organizations, and executives from international mining groups. The discussion focused on global commitment to supporting countries throughout the strategy mineral supply chain to the challenges related to investments in the mining sector and ways to collectively shape the future of this mineral worldwide. Djibouti has signed a cooperation agreement with Saudi Arabia to develop its mining sector. The agreement signed during the Future Mining Forum in Riyadh was signed by Djibouti's Minister of Energy, Yunus Ali Gedi, and his Saudi counterpart, Bandar bin Ibrahim. It aims to establish a framework for collaboration in natural resources and mining, promoting joint projects and mutual benefits. This cooperation promises significant economic progress for Djibouti, particularly in terms of investment, training, and job creation. We're back in Djibouti, where the last stop of the tour in the Ali Sebih region as part of the National Week of Solidarity was the sixth and final stage at the locality of God Da'awa, still within the Ali Adi sub-prefecture. The Ministry of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Mrs. Ulufa Ismail Abdo, accompanied by her team, regional authorities, and the Secretary General of the UNFD, received a warm welcome from the inhabitants of this locality. Upon her arrival, the Minister Ulufa and her delegation headed to the site where a well will be drilled to a depth of about 30 meters. The minister was able to launch the drilling work, and after excavation, water surged from the well as if it came out of nowhere. The aim of this well is to increase water availability for households and agricultural activities. As in the other localities visited during the Solidarity Caravan, a 40 cubic meter portable water reservoir was also constructed by the ADDS team.
gobolka cali sabiix horumar cayn bacayniyo caafimaad iyo waxbarashana gaadiid iyo tareen casriya cudud iyo maalba loo huray dhan waliba waa caminayo waa cajaayib dhan waliba waa caminayo waa cajaayib gobolka cali sabiix horumar cayn bacayniyo caafimaad iyo waxbarashana gaadiid iyo tareen casriya cudud iyo maalba loo huray dhan waliba waa caminayo waa cajaayib dhan waliba waa caminayo waa cajaayib
The minister and her delegation visited the various stalls showcasing seasonal fruit and vegetable cultivated in God Adawa, as well as these stands displaying artisanal products and ancestral know-how in the product of natural animal butter. Before heading to the famous meeting and debate place of the locality of God Adawa, where, as in other localities targeted by this solidarity caravan, the minister handed over to the inhabitants a box worth more than 1 million Djibouti francs.
hobalay sidigda hobalowa uurnay ducadaabo sidigda hobalowa cimri dharadiyo caafimaad sidigda hobalowa.
And now, in their respective speeches, the resident of God Adawa did not fail to thank the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Mrs. Ulufa Ismail, for her constant support and her assistance in various development projects. All social infrastructures are already in place in God Adawa. The young university graduate of God Adawa also expressed their gratitude. The Minister Ulufa Ismail Abdo emphasized that in addition to its practical benefits, this project is a powerful symbol of solidarity, reflecting the government commitment to standing alongside its people in times of needs. It highlights the importance of community-driven efforts to tackle challenges and support sustainable development, reinforcing the spirit of mutual aid and collective responsibility for the well-being of all. This project not only aims to provide a vital resource, but also serves as a reminder of the unity and support that characterize the country's efforts toward collective progress. After the village of Ali Ade in the same name sub-prefecture, the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Mrs. Ulufa Ismail Abdo, accompanied by the Regional Authority Prefect Abdul Malik Mohammed Benoita, Regional Council President Shamarka Hassan Alale, and the UNFD Secretary General Fatima Musa, traveled to the locality of Danan. This was the penultimate stop of the Solidarity Tour in the Ali Sabih region.
عرضي وعنيدي عيد لك فوقي برقعنا مالكنا يدني دنر صدي عدني داي كولين عسكا كوسودو علي مي وبح كوسودو عفيو وقول على سمان كوسودو عرضي وعنيدي عيد لك فوقي برقعنا مالكنا يدني دنر صدي عدني داي كولين عسكا كوسودو علي مي وبح كوسودو عفيو وقول على سمان كوسودو gobolka cali sabiix horumar cayn bacayniyo.
The minister then proceeded to the official inauguration of a community building, a basic social infrastructure developed according to the community-led development approach. This initiative is part of the Emergency Social Protection and Food Crisis Response project. During this inauguration, a meeting with the community was held, allowing the residents to voice their concerns and expectation. Emphasis was placed on the importance of local involvement in development efforts. At the end of the meeting, the ministry handed over a regional savings of credit fund worth more than 1,700,000 Djiboutian francs to the community. This initiative reflects the ministry's commitment to ensuring access to basic services for all, especially in rural areas, thus improving living conditions and enhancing both human and social capital. MP Filsan Ahmed from Ali Sabih region emphasized that the locality of Danan was equipped with all the basic social infrastructure. She assured that if any further improvements were needed, the government would commit to addressing them as it had done for other regions of the country. She also urged the people of Danan to take care of their livestock despite the multiple forms of assistance and support provided by the state. For her part, the Secretary General of the UNFD, Fatuma Musa Abdi, conveyed the greetings of the First Lady and President of the UNFD, Mrs. Khadra Mahmoud Hay, to the resident of Danan. She reminded everyone that UNFD has been working alongside women and children throughout the Republic in several sectors, supporting various government programs and projects for decades. The prefect of the Ali Sabih region, Abdul Malik Mohammed Bonoita, reminded the locality of the benefits it has received, such as a health post, a school, a 40 cubic meter water reservoir, and a brand new community building. He emphasized the importance of acknowledging these benefits. Representatives from the resident of Danan voiced their concern to the ministry, to the minister and her delegation. A local elder pointed out that although a health post has been in place since 2021, the staff, including a nurse and 2 security agents, have not been paid. He also mentioned the lack of water and electricity, as the solar panels installed during the inauguration are no longer operational. In response, the Minister Uluf Ismail reassured the women of Danan regarding the health post, stating that medicine were available and that any shortage will be promptly reported to the Ministry of Health for a quick resolution. She also promised the installation of Solidarity Fund of 1 million Djibouti francs and reminded them that food aid programs at the 30,000 franc Djibouti per household allocation will continue and be reinforced. Regarding energy, the ministry announced that a collective solar energy system will soon be installed in the locality. Finally, she urged the residents to prioritize their needs so that the government could provide them with effective and swift assistance. And now the Solidarity Caravan continued its journey through the interior region after Ali Sabih, which was the first stop of this regional tour. The delegation led by the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Uluf Ismail Abdu, and her close collaborators headed to the region, the region of the Unity, where she led the ceremony celebrating the successful completion of the concept at the regional council. Traveling from Ali Sabih, the mass delegation received a warm welcome upon their arrival in the city of Dikhil, where regional authorities, elders and women and youth from the area were all gathered to greet the Solidarity Caravan. The positive impact of this program of the lives of the residents, particularly women. The concept of the group of mutual aid by affinity is based on a collaborative approach that allows individuals or groups of people with shared interests or similar needs to help each other, provide mutual support, and work together to improve their living condition.
waxaan taa uga socdaa tusaale idinka dhigay bulshoy tafaraaruqiyo in laga tago qoloqolada
haddana waxay tahay murtidu tayada isku duubnidiyo istaageersi budhiga ku tegadaya xasare tilmaanteenu waa midnimo
inkitiino
alwaxda tilmaanteenu waa midnimo
sitiniko wasaaradani rasidhaylo tugdubeen
And now, for the international news, the city of Los Angeles, ravaged by more than a week of wildfires, received a brief respite as winds that fueled the flames calmed down. The fires have claimed at least 24 lives in the second largest city in the United States. Firefighters are still working to contain these fires, which could become the most costly in U.S. history, with damage now estimated at $275 billion. The destruction is significant. More than 12,000 homes or buildings and vehicles has been destroyed or damaged, with entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. Thousands of people remain displaced. This is it for this 9 p.m. English News Edition. Thank you for watching us and stay tuned for more on RTD.